Oh, I broke my guitar. Yes, I did. I broke my guitar. Okay, this video was going to be about leap year. Remember, this is leap year this year? Leap year. But all of a sudden the world got totally turned upside down. Yes, it did. Who cares about leap year now, right? We have a lot to catch up on. Hey, Joe here. Thanks for visiting Road Trip Joe, and thank you for watching. Okay, quick update on Lucille, right? Really quick. I was out in the desert. I did a little painting. I spent a few weeks out there to do some self-isolation and physical distancing. And she's coming along. I'm thinking she's like 80% complete. I still got to put the floor in. Still got to put some molding around the edges on the outside, and I still got to paint the other side. Anyways, looks good. Had a great time in the desert. And now I'm back. A little housekeeping first. I think about a year or so ago I told all of you that all my videos are free now. It's like they're all in the public. I still have my Patreon site along with my YouTube site, but I still have my Patreon site. There's some of you who are still my patrons. I appreciate that, but I just want to remind you, you don't have to pay anymore. They're all free. If you still want to make donations to me, thank you. Okay, so obviously this is not going to be a video about leap year, and I am not doing any videos on the virus because, well, I think because everybody else is making videos on the virus. And I'm not going to say anything about the really wonderful, outstanding job our federal government is doing with the virus. Not going to say a word. So what is this video about? Well, it's about two things. Number one, Road Trip Joe is alive and well and still kicking and recuperating. Thank you for asking. The second thing is I thought about reruns. ESPN's running reruns right now. The Golf Channel's running everybody's got reruns going, okay? So let's do some reruns on Road Trip Joe and highlights from the last couple of years. What were Road Trip Joe's most popular videos? What do you think? Be a short video. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Road Trip Joe highlights from 2018 and 19. All right, so what Road Trip Joe videos were viewed the most the last couple of years? Well, I looked it up, and here you go. The top 5 Road Trip Joe videos. Number 5. This was kind of a shocker for me. I had to go back and look again at the stats to make sure. But the 5th most watched Road Trip Joe video on both YouTube and Patreon, and this only came out in December 2019, it was, Where Does Gold Come From? That is unbelievable. I cannot believe it. That was my 5th most watched video. Go figure. Definitely an educational video, and maybe people just search for videos about gold. I do. Maybe I should change my theme to gold. All right, at number 4. Well, that's easy. That was the Rowdy Senior Olympics. I shot this a year ago last summer, and so that's 2019, and it's about my friend Brenda Jo Ambrose, or Rowdy as we call her, who put her track and field uniform back on and went out and won the gold medal for the discus at the Senior Olympics. It was totally awesome. Had a great time. Thank you, Rowdy. Okay, number 3. That one was easy too. My Sicilian Friends. That doesn't surprise me at all. It was a great video and lots of fun to make. What's it about? Well, it's about donkeys, of course. Little donkeys, little Sicilian donkeys. This one came out in December 2018. Okay, here's number 2. This one surprised me also. I can't believe this many people have watched this video. It was called The Legend of the Piazza Bird, and it came out September 2018. I actually had someone write me recently that he'd watched the video and was very familiar with the legend because he'd made a video too about it. Can't believe it. The Legend of the Piazza Bird. Although they call it the Piazza Bird. Sorry, I had to throw that in. All right, the #1 Road Trip Joe video was the Shady Lady. That's right, the Shady Lady, believe it or not. What was this video about? Well, it was about my stay at a former brothel in Nevada that was converted to a bed and breakfast place about a year or so back. I had a great time there and spent some time exploring the area too. A really neat couple had bought it and they opened this bed and breakfast and they kind of went all out to make sure I had a good time. Now, there was one other video that got lots and lots of views, but it wasn't your typical Road Trip Joe video. It was called Kiteboarding is Hard, and I shot this up in Oregon at one of the camps I was at. There was a kiteboarding school that was right there with the lake, and I just went out and shot a bunch of video and put some music on it, and this thing got a ton of views. But I don't really call it a Road Trip Joe video. Now, I have a couple of honorable mentions because these videos were made really early on when Road Trip Joe was just getting started, and I didn't have millions and millions of views like I do now. But these were two of my personal favorites, and they actually did get a lot of views. One of them was called Dick's Garage Cuts, and I had a great time doing it. It was about my friend Dick Franco and his former career as a barber. Now, the other one was called Fishing with Fly Fish Bill. That one I had a great time making also. It was about my friend Bill Boyce. And we went up to Quincy, California and watched Bill fly fish along with his dog Sadie. So both of these videos, along with 48 others, are all still up on Road Trip Joe and people are still watching them, but you gotta go way back to find them sometimes. So if you go to my site on YouTube, just click on videos and you can kind of scroll down until you find the earliest ones. I thought about reposting them on my site, but I have to delete the originals and then upload them again, which I don't want to do because there's tons of links on these two videos and a lot of the older ones. So I just don't want to do that. Maybe someday I'll just redo them. Actually, maybe everything should be a rerun, right? Why make any more videos? I'll just keep on rerunning these. And if you haven't seen the original Road Trip Joe video that was called Fake News at the OK Corral, I think you should go see it. A lot of the people that joined later on never saw this video. It was one of the best ones I made, I think. I spent a lot of time on it because I wanted to get it right. It was definitely my favorite. And I had a great time in Tombstone, Arizona. Okay, there you have it. Road Trip Joe is still alive and well and hiding out from the virus, but he will return soon with all new videos. Just no reruns. And thanks to my Patreon patrons who are still hanging in there with me and giving me money every month. It's paying my expenses on this stuff, and I really appreciate that. That's awesome. You guys are the best. But if you ever decide to cut me off, I'm good with that. Yeah, now what else? Well, I think that's all I got. Joe here. It's day 3 of my social isolation. Joe here. Day 7. 1 week of my self-isolation and social distancing. Oh, Joe here. Day 13 of my self-isolation and social distancing, although I hear it's called physical distancing now. And I thought about maybe I need to make a record of the days I'm here and how it's going. Obviously I haven't shaved the Gene Roach dry lake bed. At night it gets a little sparse around here. A few travel trailers. There's some people who've been parked there for a while. There's Lucille, of course, and my trash bag. And it's the weekend out here and everybody is out here. And they all have their toys. Oh my God, there's people out there in their cars going 200 miles an hour. I mean, you see way off in the distance, there's I-15 going to Vegas, which Vegas is pretty much shut down. I'm doing fine. Working on Lucille. She's coming along. Boy, it's been slow though. Oh, and it is windy out here. It's very windy, so we'll just go inside for just a second and I'll show you my kitchen. I'm very proud of this kitchen, and I'm starting to like the open architecture. But I've got Lucille, and I've got projects in Lucille, so I have something to do. I also have an apple. I think Sunday is shooting range day. Everybody's out here with a gun. There's somebody's got a gun. It's a machine gun or something. It's just... And of course, my bathroom, which also doubles as a closet. So when I have to go, there's a lot of moving. And I've got enough food for a couple of weeks, you know, if I do it right. And water. I have water, about 20 gallons. Anyways, all's good. The world's going to hell in a handbasket, but I'm out here working on Lucille. But I painted the back. Got the back painted. I don't know if you can tell all the sunshine coming in. And today, I think this afternoon, since it's windy outside, I'm going to start working on my frame around here and put up some curtains or something. Oh, but I wonder about all the other people's like that are going to be going stir crazy if they're staying at home, which they should do. Way off in the distance there is I-15, goes from Vegas down to California. Traffic is getting very sparse. It's mostly trucks. I'm feeling good. Pretty sure I don't have the coronavirus, although I went to the store Wednesday, and it's been a few days. No fever, no cough. Feeling good, still working on Lucille. It's a mess, I'm sorry. It's a working man's operation right now. So, day 3 of self-isolation, although I didn't really start self-isolating until about 3 o'clock Monday afternoon, and it's Wednesday morning. So, 2.5 days. That's all I got. All right, that's all I got. Joe signing off at the Gene Roach Dry Lake Bed, south of Vegas, about 15 miles. Got a few more days of food, got plenty of water. It's all good. And I'll talk to you soon. This is self-isolating. That's all I got. This is starting to itch. That's all I got. That's all I got.